Hello and welcome back to Murders on the Yangtze River. Last episode we finished off our case here at the furnace, and we still have to talk to Auntie Vu to presumably end up going back to whatever we were doing before, which I don't quite remember what it was, other than just generally finding out the truth about the murder of our brother? Was it our brother? I think it was our brother, yeah. Hey, Auntie, what are you still doing here? I thought you departed. You rascal, what a terrible thing to say. Don't be upset, Auntie. I was just worried that you didn't have any time to rest. After all, you're the most amazing coroner across the world. Don't flatter me. Your detective is much more skillful in his abilities. I'm not worthy of your praise, Auntie. Why are you acting all modest? Even I was almost fooled during the case from before, but you were able to see through the trickery. Take a rest, Auntie. See you around. I'd rather not. What are the odds a coroner and a detective run into each other? Someone must have died. It was the I'd rather not was in reference to the see you around, not the take a rest. I was thinking she was saying no, she'd rather not take a rest. She only has so many years left to live. She'd rather use them to, you know what I mean. No, she just doesn't want to see Afu again. That's fine. Are you finished handling everything here? Yes, I have uncovered the truth, and the ironworks will resume production very soon. Lee the First is an old friend of mine. He regards this ironworks as his own life. Mr. Shen, Golden Words Publishing House has replied to your telegram. What does the telegram say? Supervisor Acadia Fang is familiar with the book, The Confined Room Mystery, and is willing to help. That's great. Shen, let's go to Yangtze right away. Come on aboard. Acadia Fang is quite the name. King's determined shadow clears up the night. The moon in Hanyang is shining bright. Look at what is made in Hanyang today. Watch and wonder as flames burst into waves. My inspiration is flowing. Which of these should I use as the new headline? Oh no! He wants to come with? Alright. Did you manage to make it onto the boat just in time? Well, I guess we'll find out. This area looks quite nice. Still a shame that they didn't translate these parts. I'm assuming there's some kind of, you know, poem. Just some kind of traditional Chinese poem that's just written there on the side of the screen. And it would be heresy to translate it. Probably. They definitely didn't forget. Even until today, Dashou, Sichuan, Baoding, Hebei, Guiyang, Guizhou, Jigong Mountain, Henan. I can definitely pronounce Chinese. Still use the steel rails made by the Hanyang Ironworks. Ooh. Fun fact. Please come in. Miss Wen, is there something you need? I came to, I apologize for hastily interpreting the suicide note. I almost led everyone astray. Please don't blame yourself. Without your help, we couldn't have solved the case. Indeed. You tricked Ho into lying and got him caught. That was truly brilliant. Your luminol reagent was the real game changer. We can say we've become acquainted through this experience. If you ever need assistance in the future, feel free to ask. Right now, there's something I'd like to ask for your help with. Is it about adding science knowledge to your articles? Actually, I'd like to interview you two detectives. Interview? I'm preparing a detective-themed newspaper column. I hope to use this to promote logical reasoning in science. Alas, most people I've met claiming to be detectives are almost always frauds. Shen is different. He's a genuine and reliable detective. That's true. I want to turn your experiences into articles and let more people know. No pressure. Just tell me about the cases you've worked on. Speaking of cases, Shen and I actually met through a case on this ship. This one's interesting. Please go ahead and tell the story. It was 2 years ago. Shen, why don't you go ahead and tell the story? It was on a night 2 years ago. It was my first time boarding the Shanhei. Mystic Ship in the Mist, Chapter 4. To play cards well, you must speculate. Once you know the entire deck played from memory, this game is won. I think I won? 10 feet of blue, Hu Sanyang on the table. It's the delightful beauty. I knew Yinchu was going to win again. Yinchu is on a roll. I've got a stroke of bad luck. Better discard this hand for a better one. Yinchu's the golden child of our family. It's only natural she gets lucky everywhere. Your luck isn't half bad, Yincho. You got to strike when the iron is hot. Otherwise, you'd still be stuck with that 9 of characters card. Not everyone can strike when the iron is hot. Those who are incompetent will only get burned. Liangxin, look at your sister and sister-in-law. One lucky and the other proactive. We better watch out, or else our chips will be snatched away by these two women. There won't be any snatching, just taking what is rightfully ours. You can take my chips if you want, Taemon. I don't mind. Look at that. Yinchu understands respect for seniority. He's just gonna win them right back anyway. No wonder father loved her the most when he was still alive. Yinchu, if you're giving your chips to Taemon, why not give some to us too as well? All of my chips are here. You freaking split it however you like. I was only joking. There's no need to be so serious about it. None of these chips even matter. It's not even a full deck. We're just passing time. 8 character cards are missing. There's no point in playing when someone is a sore loser. Why don't we play something else? Teach us how to play poker, Yinchu. I don't know anything about playing poker. Come on now, Yinchu, don't be modest. When I was cleaning up your luggage yesterday, I saw several decks of poker cards. Yincho, you... What's wrong? You think you're too good for us geezers now that you're savvy? No, I don't. I know how to play draw poker. Go on, Yinchu, just bring the cards to the table. Us woos shouldn't be playing Westerners' games. Father never liked these in his lifetime. Father was an antique, and you're so old it's like you haven't even been unearthed. How treacherous, going against Father's teachings before he's even buried. Yeah, sure, of course you're right. I don't think we should even be playing Mahjong cards. I'm tired. I'm going back to my cabin. Inchu, teach me how to play poker later. Timon can keep to his ways, but I'd like to learn. Overhearing the guests at the next table while drinking tea is quite an interesting experience. That's Master Wu Timon, Madame Yin and Miss Yinchu, first mate Wu's family members. I'm sorry if their loud conversation disturbed you two. What I meant was they each seemed like they were talking about the game when they weren't. It was all very tongue-in-cheek, beating around the bush and in between the lines. Joseph, I see you have learned quite a few new idioms. Rain or shine. Even if I learned every idiom, it's still nothing compared to the subtleties of Chinese. Al, where has our ship reached? The shipmaster said the Lunkin table is just up ahead. The Lunkin table? Temple? Table? Liangshin, why didn't you tell me we're almost at the Lunkin table? What is wrong with me? Temple! Go ask Shipmaster Lo to set off firecrackers and bring out the offerings prepared. Offerings? How could there be any offerings on the steamboat? I'm talking about chicken, fish, pork. I told you about this before we came on board. You have no idea what the Lung King is capable of. I appreciate them not mentioning the temple part anymore. Back then, I told you there aren't any. Enough with your banal gibberish. Physics is all the rage now. Banal, I'd call it. I don't know. There's no arguing with you. Hey, you over there, did you hear what I just said? Go talk to the shipmaster. Me? Okay. All you do is order people around. Why don't you go yourself? I need to stay here and recite the Diamond Sutra to ensure the safety of this ship. El, have you seen Hao Chu? No, he's not here. I can't find him anywhere. He must be hiding somewhere drinking again. Come give me a hand. Coming, Uncle Ling. Master Wu, I'll find Shipmaster Lo once I'm done helping Uncle Ling. Yep, okay. John, have you heard the legends about the waters of the Lung King Temple? I am unfamiliar. I read about it in a newspaper, which said that there have been many strange shipwreck incidents. Our neighbor seems to be someone who has first-hand experience. Could you learn more about it for me? I've suddenly developed a keen interest in the matter. Of course. It seems like you caught the scent of another case. Seeing eye to eye, great minds think alike. Okay. There's an obituary on the table. Famous Huishou tea merchant Wu Ai Shan passed away in Hangzhou at the age of 78. The waters of the Lung King Temple have a bad reputation. Ever since countless ships capsized here, a series of bizarre tales have emerged. Rumor has it that there is a water monster in the waters. To some, it looks like a white loon. To others, it's an open umbrella with eyes all over. There are also people who've witnessed a glowing disc floating in the sky. A few years ago, a strange case of a missing transport took place here as well. For more information on what happened next, please follow this reporter's next story. This report introduces the mysterious legends of the waters of the Lung King Temple. A strange case of a missing transport once took place here. There's a western clock hanging on the wall. The time displayed is 9:30. It is getting late. What's that noise? Sounds like a bell ringing in the engine room. An incomplete set of Mahjong cards. The only character card left is 9 of characters. Joseph Iscariot Bell is the new prosecutor of the Shanghai International Settlement. Mr. Joseph will assume office within this month. Yeah, he's still praying. Mr. Wu, there is something I would like to ask you. Oh, it's Mr. Shen. Go on ahead. When you mentioned the incident at the Lung King Temple back then, I wonder... Yeah, he's back to praying. That incident was too uncanny, and now this ship is filled with mourning. It's much too grim. I just can't talk about it anymore. Okay. Miss Yin Chu. Sorry, I just remembered there's something I need to do. Goodbye. Not the most talkative people on this ship. There is sweet potato congee emanating a pleasant smell stewing inside the pot. Mr. Shen, I'm preparing a midnight snack. You can come have a taste later. What have you prepared, Mr. Liangxin? Borscht, rosemary roast chicken, Welsh pudding, paired with red Bordeaux. Oh, by the way, I heard you've been to the UK. I've also prepared a stargazy pie. Perhaps it may trigger your nostalgia for those days and make you miss them like I do. You are too kind, Mr. Liangxin. However, I unintentionally overheard your brother asking about sacrificial offerings. Since there is chicken and fish for dinner, you don't need to worry about him. What's there to worry about? He can starve if he wants to. What is the reason behind your brother's unease towards these waters? This was where our family once lost everything when we were transporting a batch of silver. Taeman was supposed to escort the goods with the ship, but luckily he was delayed. It is understandable that your brother still harbors concerns from narrowly escaping death. I'm so sick of his bland and banal gibberish. I don't know. Nowadays physics is all the rage. Mr. Shen, having stayed abroad, I'm sure you understand how I feel, right? Sure. The door leading to the engine room is locked from the inside. Okay, so no bell for us. But maybe a prize. Alright. These stairs lead to the deck. I will not go up there just yet. Oops. That's not what I wanted to press. I just wanted to skip this. Joseph, will changing our route affect your appointment? It's my honor to be able to accompany you in bringing Brian back to his hometown. As the saying goes, falling leaves settle on their roots. May his soul rest in peace. Yangxing, is the shipmaster's sweet potato congee ready? I'll deliver it to him. It's ready. Come and get it. Hey, you. Did you go ask about what I instructed you to? What did the shipmaster say? The shipmaster said, we don't have any firecrackers on board. What do we do now? I bet you didn't explain the stakes at hand properly. Listen to me. Just tell him that. Never mind, I'll deliver it myself. Master Wu, you're talking too fast. I can't remember everything. How about I accompany you to where Shipmaster Lo is? Fine then, give me a second to tell our fortune before we talk to him. The holy gods and deities, Wu Deman begs you for spiritual divination. Show me my destiny. The trigrams indicate we'll be trapped in water. Terrible fortune awaits. It's hopeless. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Master Wu, just relax. Shipmaster Lo has taken this route many times. With him at the helm, nothing can go wrong. What's going on? It appears to be a power system failure. No, it's the loom. The loom king is coming. El, is there a circuit box in the dining hall? Yes, behind the oil painting, but it's too dark. It'll be hard to find. A few moments later. Mr. Shen, the circuit box is here. It appears a fuse has been blown. Oh no, this morning I heard Liang Xin say that he just replaced the last spare. John, why not just try to connect the wires? Let me see. Be careful, Mr. Shen. Connect these fuses according to the positive and negative poles without crossing them. Then the circuit box will be repaired. Okay. Without crossing them. But if I do this, okay. I mean, should just be that, right? Wait. But didn't I, like, do it? Isn't that it? Am I missing something? Or do I need to connect all of them? Maybe it's that. Can I connect all of them? Okay, I do need to connect all of them. There you go. I do not know how electronics or electrics work, if anyone was wondering. Alright, and the power has been restored. Thank you for your grace, Amitabha. Master Wu, shouldn't you be thanking Mr. Shen? Yes, of course. All is good. All is well. I told you nothing could go wrong. Not to worry, everyone. The Shanhei is the safest ship there is. Help! What's going on now? Somebody, help! That sounds like Yinshu. Let's go up and take a look. Yinshu, are you alright? Miss Yinshu, what happened? The old woman's dead? In the room. Yincho, she's been... Yeah. Murdered! Ah! I'm sorry, she is no longer breathing. Her blood has yet to coagulate. She has just passed away not too long ago. El, there has been a murder. Please guard the doors and do not let anyone else in. Okay. Yincho, you've died so tragically. Who in the world could do such a thing? To find the culprit, an on-site investigation must be conducted. John, can you cooperate with me? Certainly. Alright, let's start over here. There is a small mirror as well as some bottles and jars on the table. Top-grade moisturizers and serums. These are all expensive Watson brand cosmetics. The cabinet is locked and cannot be opened. Magnets, coils, ammeters, and many other strange objects can be seen placed inside. These are most likely not the belongings of Madame Yin and Miss Yin Chu. There is a woman's coat on the hanger. It appears to belong to Madame Yin. There's a wind-up gramophone, but it is slightly damaged. If oil is applied on the spring, the sound produced should be improved. There is an overturned kerosene lamp on the ground. The lampshade has already broken. The name Fu is written at the base of the lamp with a brush. Two books, the Chinese Scientific Magazine and Night and Morning, are on the upper bunk. This bed appears to belong to Miss Yin Chu. There is a water pipe on the lower bunk. This is probably Madame Yin's bed. The corner of a book is poking out from under the pillow. It is an account book. It records in detail the various expenses of the Wu family. Wait, what are you two doing? A post-mortem examination. The two of you are outsiders and men. How could I let you touch my sister-in-law's body? Mr. Teman, Mr. Joseph is a prosecutor from Britain with great accomplishments in medicine. This examination will not harm her body, but instead help us understand the cause of death. You can't! It's improper for men and women to touch so casually. Just let Yinchu do it on your behalf then. Mr. Wu, it is obvious that your sister-in-law has been murdered. Unless you want the culprit to remain at large, please remain silent and stay out of the way. John, let's begin. Okay, well, I think we've got the cause of death. The murder weapon was a copper candlestick. The spikes completely penetrated the body. The drip pan on the candlestick is covering the bleeding from the wound. Therefore, the column has not been tainted with blood. Okay, we can just ignore the blood on the lips. Okay, fair. The face of the deceased is clean and the jade on her hairpin is sparkling under the light. This hairpin appears to be a collector's item. You know what's what, huh? Yin Cho's hairpin can't be bought with money. Does this hairpin have a special origin? The silversmith who made it used to work in the palace. That craftsmanship is long lost now. Someone once owed us Wus a large sum of money, so Yin Cho and I went to collect the debt. Yin Cho immediately fell in love with this hairpin before I could even say anything. There are several parallel bloodstains on the ground near the left hand of the deceased. The bloodstains spread in an outward direction and do not seem to be left by the deceased. Interesting. The head of the deceased rests against the bed, yet her foot tilts unnaturally to one side. It is as if the murderer took her life, placed her body down, then kicked her. Did they do so to vent anger? No, the murderer wouldn't have only kicked her once if they struck her body out of frustration. There's probably another reason for this. Hmm. The body is still warm to the touch and there are no signs of livor mortis, indicating that she has just passed away. There is a gash on the outer side of the deceased's arm that was caused by a sharp object. This is a defense wound. According to the location of the wound, it is likely that the deceased instinctively blocked the murderer's assault with her left arm. What else is there? There is a candlestick in her chest. There are no blood spurts nearby, but blood is oozing out. When the atrium is impaled, blood flows into the pericardium, resulting in a fatal blockage. The entire process happens extremely quickly. The deceased wouldn't even have time to scream. The murderer seems quite skillful to be able to kill someone in one blow with a candlestick. There are some glass shards scattered around the feet of the deceased, one of which is a perfect circular shape, seeming out of place among the other fragments. That is the glass of of glasses. Why are they called glasses? Because they're, you know what I mean. The things you see through. Eyes? Yeah, exactly. Where could this have fallen from? You have a bit of echo in your voice. Has anyone ever told you that? Yincho, oh Yincho, how could this happen? You were alive and well just moments ago, but now you're gone. My condolences, Mr. Taemon. I have a few questions to ask. I heard your fear of these waters is due to you almost boarding a missing escort ship. Shh. Why is this being brought up again? Madame Yin was murdered when our ship was approaching the waters near the Lung King Temple. Does this seem like a coincidence to you, Mr. Taemon? You should know, these waters are evil. Evil, I tell you. Whether it's what happened today or back then, it's because we've angered the Lung King. If you could, Mr. Taemon, please tell me about what happened in the past. Father entrusted the Yangtze River escort agency to transport the silver to buy a tea ship. I was supposed to accompany the escort, but I suddenly fell ill. Thank goodness for that. Otherwise, I would have followed that ship into the stomach of the Lung King. My condolences, Mr. Taemon. Alright, yeah. Mr. Taemon, has Madame Yin ever been on unfriendly terms with anyone? Yincho had a knack for running the household. People were bound to be jealous. But I don't think anyone would harm Yincho because of that. Is there anyone on this ship that raises your suspicions, Mr. Taemon? They turned off all the lights like snap, then killed someone with a candlestick. Something under the water must have possessed somebody. Please bless us, Bodhisattva. Please bless us. Alright. Earlier, I heard you speaking with your sisters about the splitting of inheritance. You mean the tea business, the land and the house our father left behind? Could the death of Madame Yin be related to this? Hey, you don't think us Woos would kill Yincho just for some family property, do you? Us Woos aren't heartless profit seekers. Are you not? There is a closed suitcase placed horizontally by the bed. The cuff of Madame Yin's right sleeve is caught in the suitcase. Mr. Joseph, I've caught the culprit. Have you now? Afu. That's the boy sleeping on a bunk above me. It's Afu. Afu is the culprit. I saw him running out from Gincho's room in a hurry. When I caught up to him, I noticed he had blood all over his hands. That's why I seized him and brought him here. Tell us, did you kill her or not? If you won't talk, that means you admit it. Throw him into the river as an offering to the Loon King. The shipmaster Lo will decide how to deal with him. Yangtze, you should go find a rope and tie this murderer up. Wait a moment. This young man is most likely not the murderer of Madame Yin. Huh? He's not the murderer? You better take responsibility for what you say, you foreigner. Just look at the face of this slippery fellow. It's obvious he's a crafty old devil. Okay, well, we know he's terrible at reading facial expressions. Mr. Joseph, Afu's hands are covered in blood. Why would you say that he's not the murderer? John, Afu's possibility of being the murderer is next to nothing. I believe you know why. I have not yet been able to see the entire truth. Don't be modest. You already have an answer in your heart. I shall try my best. With his pale face and bloodied hands, Afu does appear to be the murderer. But in fact, there is a crucial detail at the crime scene that contradicts this deduction. The blood on his hands. Why would there be blood on his hand? Essentially, the thing is... how would blood get onto his hand? The candlestick is covering the wound in a way that kind of stops blood from releasing from it. If he were to get blood on his hands, it would have to be like him just kind of like touching the blood on like the thing here somehow. This is another weird thing where I think I know what they want from me. As in, like, I know the reason why the blood on Afu's hands mean that he can't be the murderer. Or at least they're not like a strong indication for it. But I don't know what piece of evidence they want me to show for that. Because there's 3 possibilities. That probably less so. So there's 2. But I think I'm gonna go with the candlestick. Because I think that's where it mentioned that part. Yeah, the drip pan on the candlestick is covering the bleeding from the wound. That's why. Mr. Shen, isn't this candlestick the murder weapon? How does it prove that Afu isn't the murderer? To pierce the spikes into the body, the murderer's hand must grip the candlestick, correct? Yeah, to apply force. If Afu was gripping the candlestick when he committed the murder, then why is Afu's right palm stained with blood, yet the candlestick is clean? What? Oh, what if he cleaned the bloodstains off the candlestick? I mean, yes, but why? I love the thought process of, yeah, but what if he cleaned the candlestick while not cleaning his hand? Sure, go on. Liang Xing, if Afu cleaned the candlestick, he would have cleaned his hands as well. Could it be that the candlestick moved on its own and killed her? The deceased was killed by a long and thin weapon penetrating the heart. Under these circumstances, blood doesn't spray but oozes instead and is absorbed by clothing. Moreover, with the wax bowl as a barrier, the murderer could keep blood off their hands. The power went out earlier. If it happened when Arthur was committing the crime, is it possible that he touched the blood on Yunzhou amidst the panic? That is the one realistic part where I think that could have happened. I feel like you would see, kind of, in the bloodstains whether someone just touched them with their, like, complete palm. But that's more realistic than the other option. John. Yang Xing has proposed a decent hypothesis. So, did Afu enter the crime scene before the power outage? John, I would like to hear your answer. Evidence that can specify the time is right in front of your eyes. It was the hands, right? How do I... It wasn't the hands where it said that, it said that she hasn't been dead for long. Or was it on her chest? No. Not that. I'm just trying to look at the things again. No, it was... It was the arms, but how do I get to that? What about this? What even is that? I just want to do the hand. Let me... Is there any part that just allows me to... This is stupid. This is like the one... Okay. This is... You know what? An item is used only under specific circumstances indicating a general time frame. That's what they want. Okay, well, I mean... Sure. I don't really agree with that as a piece of evidence. Because... You know, we don't really have any indication that the kerosene lamp was turned on. I think. But, okay. This broken kerosene lamp can indicate the time Afu entered the crime scene. A kerosene lamp was needed precisely because of the power outage. Which means that Afu entered the crime scene after the power outage. If Afu entered the room after the power went out, at the time he held the lamp in his right hand and his left was stuck in a strange device. Then it wouldn't be easy for him to get a candlestick and commit murder. Wait. Are we saying Afu was the one who had the kerosene lamp? I mean, in that case, sure. Fair, but I guess I missed the part where we established that. If it wasn't Afu, then why are his hands covered in blood, huh? Then again, as a man, what was he doing running into a woman's room? Pale face, trembling body, sweating profusely. These are all typical symptoms of fear. I'm afraid Afu has been rendered speechless due to vasovagal syncope. Syncope? Maybe. As for the reason why he has bloodstained hands, Madame Yin has already told us. Yin Cho? John, why don't you give Mr. Wu a hint? Maybe? No, we don't. The reason why Afu touched the body. Like, because she's got a candlestick stuck in her chest. No. That's not what I wanted to say. Ouch. Why did he? Well, because she's got a candlestick. Yeah, it's not the reason he's got blood on his hands. Why would he? The suitcase? I mean, maybe. No? Okay. I have no clue. You know what? Might have accidentally touched something while groping for an item. Huh? That? Didn't we already say that? But I think we haven't, like... No. Wait, what was it? What we actually need to provide is what? I mean, I guess there's not really anything else left. Other than the hairpin. And I mean the foot position, but... No. Well, the only thing left is the foot position then. No? But I tried everything else. Rip Afu. Sunk due to engine failure. Okay, but like, what the heck do they want from me? I did everything other than the glass shards, which makes literally 0 sense to me. Okay, he lost his glasses. Alright, there. Whatever. I don't care. One of the lenses missing from Afu's glasses landed next to Madame Yin. That's an answer right as rain. Based on Madame Yin's strange posture and the location of the lamp, as well as the lens, and considering the position of possible light sources inside the cabin after a power outage, Afu's experience can be easily inferred. After entering the room, he accidentally tripped over the body on the ground, thus breaking the kerosene lamp and his glasses. When crouching down to look for his glasses, he touched the blood on the deceased's clothes. The blood then triggered his phobia. Mr. Joseph, so you're saying Afu only discovered the body and the culprit is someone else? That's right. No, it wasn't a person. It was the Loom King. The candlestick moved on its own. The Loom King is after our lives. Mr. Taeman, your concern is misplaced. An unreasonable detail near the body indicates someone besides Afu entered the crime scene. This piece of evidence can prove that someone else entered the room after the murder occurred. Wait, after the murder occurred? The position of the deceased's foot is unnatural, which means someone moved the body. John, don't... Yeah, that was what I was about to say. Afu did trip over her, so that could have happened then. Afu once tripped over the body. Indeed, I shall reconsider. Thing suitcase trapped in... That's not actually true. I mean... Okay. But that's not true. That could have happened before the murder. Or during the murder, or whenever. The unreasonable detail at the crime scene is this suitcase. The suitcase caught Madame Yin's sleeve. This means after Madame Yin was stabbed and collapsed, someone closed the suitcase. What do you mean? The suitcase is placed right next to Madame Yin. Whoever closed it must have noticed her body. This person is not Afu, otherwise he would not have tripped. It also was not Madame Yin, or else there would be bloodstains on the suitcase. Remaining calm after discovering the body, it must be the murderer. But why would the murderer deliberately close the suitcase after committing the crime? May we open the suitcase to investigate? No, you can't. You mustn't open it. Who knows what Yin Cho stashed away in that suitcase? What if it'll bring misfortune upon us as well? Mr. Joseph, Mr. Shen, don't mind this old fogey. Investigations are more important. Open it. There are a few clothes, a box of jewelry, a purse, and some cards in the suitcase. One of them bloodied. There is an indentation here. Something seems to have been taken. Could there be pirates on the ship? The valuables inside the suitcase are still present. It was not the doings of pirates. John, when we investigated the room earlier, did you see anything of the same shape? The perfume bottle on the table has the same shape as the indentation. The fragrance on the deceased suggests that this may not have been the doings of the murderer. Therefore, what's even more noteworthy is this Mahjong card. 8 of characters. Huh? We were missing 8 Mahjong cards earlier. What is the 8 of characters doing here? She stole them, of course. That Yin Cho, she can't even play Mahjong without cheating. No, wait. This suitcase isn't Yin Cho's. It looks like Yin Cho's. Yin Chu's. The clothes in the suitcase and the perfume on the table all belong to Yin Chu. Yin Chu? Elle, could you ask Miss Yin Chu to come inside for a moment? Mr. Joseph, I think Yin Chu is upset by what she saw. She doesn't look too good. Shall we let her get some rest first? Of course. Afu needs rest as well. We can question him later. Oh, okay, but this room... Yin Chu and Afu can rest in Tiamon's room, since he'll be worshipping the Loon King. Hey, wait, we haven't resolved the issues on sacrificial offerings yet. Alright. Mr. Joseph, what should we do with Madame Yin? It's best we preserve the body at the lowest temperature so we can conduct a follow-up autopsy. The lowest temperature? Is the crew cabin okay? Great suggestion. Shen Chongping and Elle have placed the body in the crew cabin. Thank you for your help, Elle, or I would have dropped Madame Yin while going down the stairs. There's no need for that, Mr. Shen. I only did what I should. Besides, Madame Yin barely weighs anything. It was effortless. Where are you off to investigate next, Mr. Shen? I'll lead the way. I appreciate it, Elle. Alright, but we'll appreciate that next episode. For now, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys again next time. Till then, bye bye.